Okay. Can anyone see my screen, Visual Studio Code? Yes. Okay. So another important concept of the Python programming language is the immutable and mutable types. Okay. Immutable types means that if the value of variable is not changed when it's created, and otherwise it's mutable. Okay. If the value of variable is changed when it's created. Okay. And so what's the meaning of this? Firstly, we should give the double new line in here, like this one. A is equal to the what? The 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so the print ID A is equal to the what? The specific address location on the RAM. Okay. So if I change the 4, 5, 6, and so the print ID A, and so we get the another address. Okay. And so this means that the address of a change is done or happen in here, or which means that this is immutable type. Okay. For example, A is equal to the Ankara and print ID A, and so this is changed in the string objects. Or A is equal to the Malkara and ID A is the what is another change. Okay. And so in every type of the what in Python programming language we have a mutable objects, like this one. The address of a change is happen in here, so it's immutable. But if we use the print ID Ankara in here, like this one, and so the third term and fifth term is equal to each other. And so this Ankara is assigned to the A, and so Ankara is immutable, is mutable. Okay. Because the value of this term Ankara is pointed by A in here in the first term, and so as a result we have the what the literals are mutable. Okay. And so the values of the variable A is changed in the A notation, and so the address of these terms are always changed, but in the same storage. Okay. And so the literals cannot be updated because the literals has a specific points or address on the what the Python, and so we cannot update the literals, but variables can be updatable, and so the A is update, or the values of the A is updated, but only the pointers. And so we have a definition in here. The values of the variable is not changed when it's created. The Ankara is constant, but the A is not. Okay. Because address is changing all the time. This is important in this nomination or notation, because in the class objects or class definition we will talk about the immutable and mutable types. If you don't understand these things in here, don't worry, because in the class notation you will cover the whole features of the mutable and immutable objects. Okay? So, another important concept of the Python is the built-in functions. Okay? The built-in functions. What is the built-in function? So, in Python, the libraries must be included to the source file using the implementation or import, using the import keywords when we need to use it. Okay? For example, if we have any function which is defined in Python, we should import the specific keyword. In C or C++ programming language, for example, stdio or standard input-output library should be contained in your program, because if we have any function stored in this stdio function or .h or library, and so we must include these libraries. But in Python, some function called built-in one does not require this operation. For example, the print or input or len or format or range, type, max, char, round, help, and dir. This is the basic built-in function which is defined in Python programming language. For example, we can print the whole values in here, like this one, the print hello guys, and so if I run this code, and so the hello guys is seen on this page. Or we can print the new line characters in here, like this one, and so the hello guys is seen at this page. Or we can print any length of the any characters, like this one, hello guys, in here, and so the hello guys contains the 10 characters. Or print type of the hello can be known by using this built-in function. We will always use this built-in function in in Python programming language. Okay? Or we can define any variable in here, like this one. This is a list of the Python 103, and we can learn the maximum a, okay, and 100. Okay, this is given in in this nomination. Or we can print the whole values by using the print function, or we can take an input from the user. Okay, or we can create any for loop by using the range function. Okay, or we can run the numbers of our the codes. Okay, so any question? I think there is no question in here. I mean, okay. So we will talk about in this lesson about the functions and definition of the methods. Okay, Firstly, we can give the some head title, functions and methods. Okay, in Python programming language. And so what is a function, or what is the difference between function and method in Python programming language? Firstly, we need to define the function is that a global subprogram that is not included in any class. In the next session, we will talk about the class, but the function is defined in Python programming language as a global subprogram. But the method is like a function. It's a global subprogram that is contained in any class. Okay? In Python, we have two function concepts: function declaration and function calling. Okay? For prototype, how we can define the function, we should give the some specific name, function name, and so we give the open and close parentheses in here like this one, and so we should give the argument list. Okay, in the function. For example, if we have the any function like this one, print a built-in function, and so if I define these terms, and so I can give the 5, and then if I run this code, we have the 5 at this point. Okay, five. Or we can create the a is equal to 5, b is equal to the 1, and print a comma 1, and so if I run this code, the 1, 5 and 1 is seen on the terminal page. Okay, and so the argument list or the parameters of this function is a and b. Okay, these are called the arguments. Print is a function name, and so the calling operator is given in the what, the open and closes parentheses. Okay, any question? So we will continue with the is and is not operator. Firstly, what is checking address location. Is used to for the checking address location for Python variable. Okay, in simple syntax, a is b or is not. Okay, for example, we have this example in here like this one, and so the a is equal to the 6, b is equal to the a, c is equal to the 6. Firstly, we need to understand that the a, b, c kept to what the values of the 6 with the type of the what, the integer value. Okay, and so the prints the a and b results can be given by the what, a is b. Okay, and so if I run this code, and so a and b is true, which means that the address location of the a and b is the same. Okay, but what about the a and c? And so we can check this address in here like this one, it's also true, and so the b and c is always true in here. Are a, b, c pointing to the same? Yes, Mohammed, are the same. because this kept taken the values of the 6, and so C stores in the RAM location, and so the A, B, and C points to the 6. Okay, but if I assign the C is equal to the 7, and so if I run again this code, and then the A and C returns to the what? The false value. Okay? Do you understand these concepts? Any question? This is the simple operator for the standard Python programming language, and so we need to understand the utilization of the is, because in the class notation they're always not seeing this type of the print function. This is easy to implement it, but in the class, especially for the inheritance or confusion or the polymorphism mechanisms, it's important to know how to use the is function, because the address is everything in Python. And so if we have the manipulate, or if we want to know the manipulate Python variables, we should check always the address of these things. Okay, and so if the two objects are the same location, and then we will know, or we will control of the what, the A or B or any class using the is keyword. Okay, this is important. So if there's no question, this is the end of the first week lesson. I think yes, you can easily run or reach the source of the built-in function, but you cannot manipulate it. Okay, Furkan, Faruk. This is stored in the libraries of the basic Python library on the what? On the installation path. Okay. Okay. For the address of the numbers is always constant, not a change in here. For example, if we have the 6 value in here like this one, and so 6 is always contained in the same address in one iteration of your program. Okay, and so if we have the, for example, we can create the example in here like this one. For example, the print A ID 6. Okay, if I run this code, and we have the 214 blah 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 76, and so if I run again this code, and so this time is created in the what, in the any other area of the what, the RAM location, and so in the next time we have the another storage area in here. Okay, and so if at every run your program, this 6 is stored in the any other region on your RAM. But if I had this term like this one, A is equal to the 6, and program starts with the what, the storage of the 6 value or literal value, and then A is assigned to the 6 address, and so the ID A is the same location. Okay, is that okay with you, Zülküf? Do you understand that? You get it? Okay, so another question. Okay,